Welcome back. In this video, we'll be talking about how bidding stations can help guests at your event without a smartphone participate in electronic bidding. Bidding stations are available only in our complete plan. If you're using Basic, Essentials, or Select, you can skip this video. In this tutorial, we'll cover how guests can use bidding stations to register for electronic bidding, make bids and purchases in your online catalog, and check the status of packages they've bid on, purchased, or marked as favorites in your online catalog. Before we get started, it's important to keep in mind that there are three ways a bidder can bid electronically: with her own device, such as a smartphone, using a bidding station, or by asking a committee member to place the eBid for her through the Proxy eBid tab in the Control Center. We discuss smartphone bidding in its own video, and cover Proxy eBidding in the video on recording bids, wins, and sales. This tutorial focuses only on how to use bidding stations during your event. As we discussed in the video about how to set them up, bidding stations can be computers, laptops, or tablets that you make available at your event for multiple bidders to share. Bidding stations run a special version of your event website that's focused exclusively on bidding. You'll set them up before the event, which you can learn how to do in the video about configuring bidding stations. To bid on and buy items in your online catalog, including on bidding stations, guests need to have set up an eBidder account by registering through your event website. The eBidder account tracks their bids, purchases, and winnings, ties their online auction activity to their record in the Ready Set Auction Control Center, and keeps their personal information private and secure by protecting their account with a password. Whether bidding station registration is available and whether the guest must first check in depends on settings your administrator selected in the Admin tab of the Control Center. To keep things simple for this example, we'll assume that bidding station registration is turned on and that a guest must be checked in to use it. After a committee member checks in the guest using the Control Center, direct the guest to a bidding station. The people handling check-in can also keep a tablet bidding station with them to hand over for registration before the bidder even leaves the line. Just make sure to log the new eBidder out of the check-in bidding station so it's ready for the next guest in line. Whether you keep bidding stations at the check-in line or point bidders toward a designated registration station elsewhere, we found that it's helpful to have a committee member near the registration bidding station to offer assistance. Here are the steps you'll be walking them through. First, as I mentioned earlier, make sure the last bidder is logged out of the station. You'll know they aren't if you see a sign out button in the upper right corner or a sign out tile, like this one. If you see one of these, tap or click it to log out the last user. Next, click the Favorites tile. Only a logged-in user can see their favorites, so this will take you to the login screen. Click the Create Account button in the upper left corner. The bidder enters his email address and bidder number, then clicks Next. The bidder will be prompted to enter any contact information that isn't already recorded for them in Ready Set Auction. Your administrator decides which contact fields are required under the Admin tab. In this case, only Ryan's phone number is missing. Notice the PIN field. Guests who make bids and purchases with the Ready Set Auction bidding station must enter their PIN in order to complete the bid or purchase. We'll discuss the how and why of PINs in a moment. The guest also chooses a password on this page. He'll use his email address and password to log in whenever he returns to a bidding station during your event. Have the bidder click that they agree to the terms of service, and then click Create Account. If they want to review the rules and terms of service, they can do so by clicking these links. The guest is now a registered eBidder, able to make electronic bids and purchases. Placing a bid or buying a fixed price item at a bidding station works just like it does on a personal bidding device like a smartphone, with one exception: the personal identification number. On a bidding station, the bidder must enter a PIN to complete the bid. This ensures that your guest doesn't accidentally bid as someone else who failed to log out. If that happens, the bidder will be told that her PIN doesn't match and can check the name of the logged in bidder to confirm what's going on. Then she can just log out and sign back in as herself to pick up where she left off. This shouldn't be common, however, since bidding stations automatically log the current bidder out after a few minutes of inactivity. A bidder who is logged into a bidding station can also view the status of all the packages he's bid on, purchased, or manually added to his favorites. Just click the Favorites button, and they'll all be listed with icons to indicate their current status. Outbid, Leading, Won, or Closed. This concludes our tutorial on how your guests can use bidding stations to register for electronic bidding and participate in your electronic auction, even if they didn't bring their own smartphone or tablet. If you have any questions after watching one of these tutorial videos, or about anything related to RadioSet Auction, don't hesitate to contact our support team.